according to Gonzo's maths, isn't that right, Gonzo? 2 more wins. That's all Munich need, and or being reliant upon Leverkusen's results. Leverkusen at this point, going into match day 31, just need to keep winning, or as Manu from the Gegenpressing pod refers to it as, they need to keep in lockstep with Munich. So Leverkusen need to keep winning their games. Munich just need 2 more wins, and that salad bowl, the Meisterschale, heads back to Munich. They've got to win their games though, right? In order to keep the points on the board. And they had a home game at the Allianz against MAINZ. Here's the lineups then. So we know that the big-brained one, Vincent Kompany, likes to adopt this 4-2-3-1. I know it looks slightly different on this setup, but trust us, it's 4-2-3-1. Jonas Erbig, the young keeper, in goal for his 12th game, I believe. There is news, though, that Manuel Neuer is being rushed back before the end of the season. Only 3 more games to go. Although he would be, you'd think, the starting keeper going into the Club World Cup with £100 million. Is it pound? Dollars? Euro? Anyway, it's 100 million of some currency to the winner. So, yeah, naturally you'd think that Manuel Neuer would be rushed back for that game. Anyway, Erbig in goal. A back four of Stanisic on the left. Lima Conrad with a K, beautiful, on the right. Min-Jae Kim and Eric Dier, the 2 centre-back pairing. The double pivot, no Leon Goretzka, LA Fitness this time. Rumours that he'll be sold this summer as well. They keep cropping up. We'll keep our eye on that as part of our transfer talk daily content. This time, Alexander Pavlovic is alongside Joshua Kimmich, the captain. Pavlovic, well, as we said on a previous stream, we said it slightly tongue-in-cheek, that the future of football depends upon the health of young Alexander Pavlovic. He has suffered a lot, not just with injury, but with a personal illness. And again, thoughts and prayers. We hope he manages to kind of get through that and has a bright future, because football needs it. That attacking 4 with Michael Olise on the right, and our minds are still blown by the fact that Munich only paid €53 million for him. You could get 2 Olises for 1 Harry Kane. That's another conversation piece. So Michael Olise with that beautiful left foot. He has got a right one. It's not just for standing. But if he could shoot with it, oh my God, they would still be in the Champions League. I digress. Michael Olise on the right. Leroy Sane wants a Manchester City on the left. And then you've got Serge Gnabry. He's peak, bruv, isn't he? He's peak. That's to quote Liam from the Bayern View. What a great channel. Go and check them out. He's peak, bruv, isn't he? Old disco funk meister that is Serge Gnabry. He's peak, and he's back to his 2020 Wembley peak. He's playing off the goal machine that's Harry Kane. That's Munich. Let's have a look at Mainz. Well, Mainz are going for 3-4-3. Robin Zettner in goal. 8 clean sheets for the season so far. Could be 9. Feel free to fact check me on that one. A familiar back 3 of Danny Da Costa. He's pretty quick, isn't he? Alongside Hans Olsen and Dominic Kerr. A midfield 4, again, very familiar. Anthony Cassi on the right. Mwenni on the left. You've got Nadim Amiri alongside the hard-working Japanese Keisho Sano. And then you've got that attacking trio of Lee, Paul Niebel, who's got a bright future ahead of him, as well as Alexander Pavlovic. They're both supporting and trying to feed Johnny Burkhardt. Although Johnny Burkhardt hasn't scored in 6 games. How did this one end up? Well, hopefully we all know by now. It was a routine 3-0 home win for Munich. It could have been very different, though, had Johnny Burkhardt scored on the 6th minute. Beautiful ball over the top. Caught that makeshift back 4 of Munich completely completely confused. Off guard, that's the words I was looking for. Ball over the top by Paul Niebel. Johnny Burkhardt controlled it with his shoulder, down on his right, flicked it to his left, but somehow managed to shovel it over the bar, and it's like, oh my God, it could have been a very different game. As it was, Munich started to control things, and control things they did. Now, Konrad Lima technically should have an assist for that first goal, but it wasn't. It was just given to Sane. But in that build-up play, Konrad Lima on the edge of the box did push it out to the right, Disco Funkmeister Serge Gnabry did his best to get in the way, then jumped out of the way as Leroy Sané sort of jinxed in. And it was a precision finish with his left foot. Just placed it in the bottom corner. Robin Zentner, no chance, 1-0. Just around the half-hour mark. 1 became 2. This time, Conrad Lima did get on the board. We hit that cliche bell with an assist. That was a beautiful piece of skill, setting up Olise, who, yeah, again, on that beautiful left foot, hit a shot 18, 20 yards out, inside of Robin Zentner's post. Keepers, as a former goalkeeper, I'll tell you now, you should never get it done at your near post. That is a cliche. Anyway, 1 became 2, like we say. The crowd up on their feet. They're probably thinking, right, we can sort this game out, and going into the next game, away at Leipzig, Harry Kane will be able to celebrate on the pitch. But it wasn't to be, was it? Because you could argue it, a moment of madness, Harry Kane got a booking for time wasting, just clinging onto his ball, like kids do at parties. It's my ball, I'm going to take it home with me, you can't play. Well, the referee considered that to be an act of time wasting, which was, it's pretty unnecessary. Anyway, that was his 5th yellow card, which meant he's going to serve a 1-game ban. So, again, if all the results do play out in Munich's favour, there's a feasible scenario that, yes, Harry Kane will end up being a winner. His first ever career trophy, by the way, but he won't be on the pitch to celebrate it. I mean, of course, he will make his way onto the pitch, but he won't actually be part of that starting 11 or even as a substitute. He won't physically be on the pitch to celebrate. He'll have to be up there in the gods. Anyway, regardless of that, like a true pro that he is, he kept his head down. The game progressed, and it was sealed on the 84th minute. Eric Dier, by the way, 2 goals from centre-back, 2 goals in 4 games. The last goal was in the Champions League. That was a equalising goal, I believe, in the quarter-final of the Champions League against Inter. Anyway, he scored from a corner, a beautiful corner, whipped in by Olise again on that beautiful left foot, and Dier just rose above everyone. Bosh, inside of the near post. There's a theme here for Robin Zentner. He might need to pay attention to that in his training. And 3-0, and the game was wrapped up. And what impact did that have on the table? Well, as you can see here. Oh, there you go, sorry. That puts Munich on 75 points. We'll talk about Leverkusen soon. But 75 points, again, according to Gonzo's maths, 2 more wins, and that title is heading back to Munich. Any other thoughts on that game? Like I say, that was... Let me just make sure I've got my numbers right here. For Mainz, they now haven't won in 7, which is odd, really, because Mainz were on this brilliant run in February going into March, where at one point they'd won, 1, 2, 3, 4. They won 4 in a row. They were actually unbeaten in 6. Then they lost to Dortmund 3-1, which was a surprise. And again, it caught us out with a prediction that we'd made. And then Mainz now haven't won in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So Mainz, having been unbeaten in 6, haven't won a game in 7. That's got to be raising an alarm for Bo Henriksen. As for Munich, well, they're now 2 games unbeaten. They're both wins. In fact, 2 wins on the spin for Munich. They are now unbeaten in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 since that surprise birthday party loss to Bochum. Just to put that in perspective, though, because again, Munich have only lost twice all season, haven't dropped many points whatsoever. That's 22 wins for Munich so far this season, which is pretty damn good. Mainz are in free fall, as you can see by looking at the table. They were once as high as 4th. They've been slipping, like I say, because they haven't won in 7 games now. There's quite a few L's in there, which will concern Bo Henriksen. They've dropped all the way down to 7th, which is, there's not even a Europa League or even a Conference League place to be considered as it stands. How did we get on with our prediction? That would be interesting to see. Look at that. See, we thought it'd be a tighter game because if you look at the reverse fixture, which was back in December. Let's have a quick look at that, and I can be accurate. Yeah, December 14th, Mainz at home beat Munich 2-1. It was a rather weak Munich team on that day. So we thought, yeah, this time around, Mainz would compete, but Munich would still win. Wasn't 2-1, was it? It was 3-0. It's a very resounding win for Munich. Yeah, I suppose we should have a look at Leverkusen to see how they got on. Because again, 2 more wins for Munich. Well, there's 1 in the can already. And it depends on how Leverkusen got on in their games.